Shawn right here from Muscular Development TV. I'm joined with Peter McGough just at the conclusion of the prejudging of the 27th anniversary of the Arnold Classic. I've lost my voice, Peter. I've been emceeing the amateurs going from Poland, California here. But what a first impact on that stage. And when I say what an impact for me, it was a wow factor looking at Cedric maintaining his condition from a week ago in Poland. And the very thing that Arnold Schwarzenegger was harping on a year ago about the midsections applied directly to Kai. I mean, every time I came back to Kai Green after 18 months off, I kept hearing Arnold's voice talk about the stomach distension, and Kai personified stomach distension today.
Yeah, it's almost deja vu from last year. Cedric was the lightning rod. Arnold eulogized him, saying that's what physique should look like, talked about the big guts. Cedric comes in, to me, I wasn't in Poland, but he looked better, looked fuller. Yes. You know, it was a complete package. As soon as Kai walked on, you know, bun on the head, bun in the oven. I mean, it was as clear as, you know, his stomach. I'm sorry to say this. And so what's going to happen? You know, the fact that they called the two of them out for the last comparison means they're not penalizing Kai for that protrusion, but
what I can tell you is this. They made it very clear that the winner is going to be either Kai or Cedric. Yeah. Now, Arnold said they're judging the posing round as well. That was one new rule. But with all the hubbub about last year's stomach distension, it seemed to me that it applies directly to what Kai looks like today. And that being said, Cedric would be the winner by default if they carry through with that. Now, Arnold is not a judge, and so that makes that maybe a moot point. But if those judges are listening to what Arnold said, Cedric's the winner. Yeah. When Kai turned around from the rear, I thought he had the superiority factor with the muscle density and the thickness. But overall, and that's what this contest is supposed to be judged on, I thought Cedric had the complete package.
Yeah, from the front, you know, Kai got the front biceps. Then I think Cedric took over on 2 or 3 poses. Kai took the back, but when it came to abs and thighs and most muscular, it was Cedric. So even if we discount the midsection, I see Cedric as the winner. I see Kai as being, let's forget about the midsection, a collection of freaky body parts. Cedric is a physique that flows with all the body parts knitted in together. That's my kind of bodybuilding. I'm sure it's yours because that's the way you used to look. And we're at another crossroads, I think.
And the irony is that's what Lee Haney said, and it looked like the real Cedric has shown up. Time will tell, and only a few short hours will have the answer for that. Another question mark, Josh Lenarskowitz from Australia, who was last week's first runner-up, seemed to be fighting it out with last year's 4th place finalist, which was Justin Compton in 3rd. Yeah.
Justin was 3rd last year. Justin, honestly, was a disappointment. We expected him to come in shredded. He came in big, you know, from the back. The double biceps is awesome. Yeah. But he wasn't shredded by any means like he was in 2014. He was unoiled at one point. When he puts his arms up, I mean, he had the stomach problem as well. And even when it was flat, in those arms overhead shots, there's no abs. It just, so Justin, to be honest, was a disappointment.
We are a long ways from the Nationals where Justin really did shock and amaze a lot of people, even though he didn't win the overall. He's just competing a little bit too heavy, and he's losing it all in the midsection. The back double bicep is there. A lot of water coming out towards the end of the prejudging round. He's going to have to sweat more of that water out to make a significant difference tonight, but I know he's in a dogfight, I believe, with Josh. After that, it seems to get really muddy afterwards. I mean, they were playing around with Branch. You had a 50-year-old Tony Freeman up there. I mean, what's going on with, like, the 5th and the 6th spots?
Well, I saw Max Charles pushing himself up there. He was in good condition. You know, spectacular in some body parts. Still got to bring those legs up. And Juan Morel was there as well. He's improved in the upper body, but he's got the same problem. So I saw them two. Branch, I think, you know, to me, he was fuller than he should have been, which doesn't help him one iota, you know, because the back just wasn't defined at all. His midsection was thicker. I hate to be us talking about all the deficiencies when we should be talking about somebody who's knocked us 10 seats back.
But you know what, Peter? We are talking about a former 2-time Arnold Classic champion, a former Olympia runner-up. It was only a year ago that he was winning in the summer of 2015 at the Atlantic City Pro, and right now he took a step backwards, I think, tonight. What does that say for the one guy we have not mentioned on the comeback, Evan Senapani?
Yeah, I think he came in too streamlined. You know, he wasn't. I expected him to be a lot better than he was last year. Last year he was a bit too big. this year he's a bit too light, you know. So I think, you know, that sort of paid for his chances being top 5, 6.
Yeah, that time away from the gym doesn't always serve a person right,
Yeah.
but we're going to find out what happens for Evan Sinapani tonight here at the Patel Theater in Columbus, Ohio, where we're at the 27th anniversary of the Arnold Sports Festival weekend, and all those questions will be answered right here at musculardevelopment.com. Join Peter, myself, David Bay, and the whole MD crew right here at musculardevelopment.com for the finals and the results from Columbus, Ohio.